Hello and welcome to this tutorial on cleaning data in pandas, as well as how to save our data to different file formats like CSV files, Excel sheets, Json files, and many more. So I'm going to add a markdown cell which goes by the name cleaning data and then run the cell. So let's take a look to how to identify missing values in your data. So to check for missing values in a data frame, we're going to say data, then call the .isNull method from pandas. Then finally, we're going to change the .sum method and then run the cell. Now we get back a series from our column names. Also, the number of missing values from each column in our data frame. So in pandas, we can use the .isNull method and the sum method to count the number of none or missing values in each column of data frame. So now, let's say we want to get rid of these missing values from our data frame. Then, one thing we might typically do is to drop any row from our data frame that contains missing values. And to do that, we're going to use the drop_na method in pandas. So I'm going to say data, then drop_na. And in between the parentheses, I'm going to pass in place equals to true and then run the cell. Now let's check our data frame for null or missing values. So I'm going to say data, then add the .isNull method and then change the sum method. When we run the cell, then we can see that now our data frame has no missing values from any of the columns. So in pandas, we use the .isNull method to remove any rows from our data frame that contains at least one missing value. So on final section of this course, let's see how to save our data frame into different file formats like CSV files, Excel, Json files, and so on. We're going to save our data to file on our computer. So I'm going to say data, then .to_, and then press the tab key. Now we can see the different file formats we can save our data frame to. So I'm going to select on CSV. So we use the to_CSV function to save our data frame into a CSV file. And in between the parentheses, I'm going to pass in single quote, then the name we want to save our file to on our computer, which I'm going to say new_sales, then .csv, and then press Shift Enter to run the cell. Now, if we check our project folder, then we see the file saved locally on our computer as new_sales.csv. So congratulations for your hard work. We've now come to the end of our tutorial on complete pandas course. And you can find the source code and the data for this project on my GitHub page. And I will drop the link to the repository in the video description below. And on that note, I'm going to be releasing various tutorials on data science and machine learning, web development with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and many more to come. So make sure to hit the subscribe button for these upcoming tutorials. See you next time, and as always, take care.